Remember how bad Payday 3 was when it launched? The game was unplayable because the servers weren't working, and on PS5, they managed to launch the wrong version of the game somehow. Then when people got in the game, there was an awful UI, no crime net, and a challenge-based progression system, like they learned nothing from Halo Infinite's massive failure. And to top it all off, there were only 8 heists on launch. Compare that to Payday 2's 11, and keep in mind that Payday 2 had multiple day heists. So there was a lot of variety, there was a lot of different situations you could find yourself in different heists. But I'll be fair and say that Ukrainian Job is the exact same as Jewelry Store, so take it down to 10. The disappointing part is that the gameplay was better in a lot of ways. The gunplay felt more weighty, had that modern warfare quality to it, which is a good thing by the way. The movement, much better than Payday 2. You can vault, you can slide, and it makes the game feel way more fluid because of it. You can take human shields, using civilians to your advantage in combat like you never could before, or even making a SWAT surrender and then turning them into your human shield. The specials are really cool too. The fact that you can shoot the grenades on a nader, or a little electric pack on a zapper. Dumb name, by the way. He's a taser. And make that little thing blow up. That's awesome. And the fact that naders will switch to flashbangs if you have a human shield, or if there's hostages around you, that's so cool. The design of the bulldozer is great. He looks really intimidating, and he has some new moves too, like his charge. Interactions are more in-depth. Instead of just holding F to lockpick a safe, or lockpick a door, you actually do a little mini-game. Same for cutting open windows. It's not super involved, but it's better than just holding F. But I'm here to talk about how Payday 3 has improved, so let's get into that. Well, first things first, the servers actually work, so, that's a good start. There's now a solo mode you can play. It's not fully offline yet, but they are working on adding a fully offline component to the game. Progression is now what it should have always been, not challenge-based. It's based on you playing the game and beating heists. There is now a quick play function, so the community is no longer strictly divided between all heists and all difficulties. There are now daily challenges you can do to get extra XP and C-stacks. And the best addition of all, you might want to sit down for this one. If you're watching this video standing up, that's a little weird, unless you have a standing desk. You think you're better than me, don't you? With your standing desk, your strong legs, your firm ass. Sorry about that. No, they added an unready button. Can you believe it? The future is now. They brought out a thing called adaptive armor, which is like a halfway point between Payday 2's armor and Payday 3's armor. Damage you take to armor chunks will regenerate as long as the chunk isn't broken. Basically, everyone uses this right now. It's the best armor and it's the most fun, so. They've also added a consumable system. Basically, you can take armor repair kits or health kits and put them in an inventory to be deployed and used later. They have indefinitely delayed the microtransaction store that was planned. I remember when the Payday credits were leaked on the Epic Store, people were freaking out about this, and launching an MTX store in the game would have gone over horribly. Even now, it would go over horribly. They've added a lot of free content so far, including the adaptive armor system and consumables that I was talking about earlier. They've brought out 3 free heists, 2 of which came shortly after launch and are returning from Payday 2, Murky Station and Cook-Off. With the Houston Breakout DLC, they came out with a brand new heist, Diamond District, free to all players. Clover and Houston, classic Payday 2 heisters, have come back and they're free for all players. Multiple free weapons too, an LMG and a fully auto secondary, as well as the new overkill weapon, the minigun. All of these weapons are so fun to use and they're great, plus they're free for all players. They've also added some extra skills and skill lines, as well as a little motion sensor gadget, which are again all free. There have been 4 paid DLC chapters as well. Each comes with the heist, the weapon pack with 3 weapons, and the tailor pack with 4 masks, 4 outfits, and 4 pairs of gloves. After Chapter 1, Syntax Error came out, people complained about the price of the DLC, and they went and reduced the price of the future DLCs, as well as compensating owners of the Gold and Silver editions with extra cosmetics. So overall, the game has improved by a significant amount, and if they keep up this momentum, this is controversial, but this could end up being better than Payday 2 one day. But to get there, they need to keep adding on to and improving this game. And I have a bunch of things here that I want to see them add and improve. While recording the footage you see in the background here, which doesn't look great, but I don't have a nice fancy rig yet, so you know. I was playing with console players, and you might ask, what's wrong with that? Well, there are points in this heist where you have to hack something to get a code from it. You then have to input this code somewhere else on the map. My teammates were in the room where you input the code, and I was typing in chat what the code was and asking them to put it in. But console players can't read text chat. Why can't they read text chat? Please just fix this. It makes things so much easier when the team can communicate about something. And while we're on that subject, they gotta add voice chat. It's coming next month apparently, but still, it's not in the game right now. Offline mode. They have to finish offline mode. Right now, you still need to be connected to the internet to play solo mode. That kind of defeats the purpose of solo mode a little bit. Sure, you won't lag if you're having a spotty connection that day, if you're running the game on your own machine. But if Payday 2 can handle playing the game offline, Payday 3 should be able to as well. This is a sequel. Fix the UI. A UI rework is coming next month as well, but the UI is bad right now, so I'm gonna mention it. And while we're talking about UI, CrimeNet. CrimeNet needs to be in this game. Matchmaking can't be the only way you join matches in a co-op game. That's absurd. They have said that a server browser is planned for next month as well. That's great and all, but I hope it's more than a server browser. I want that classic CrimeNet feel. It was great in Payday 2. We need some kind of skill rework or skill overhaul. The skill system isn't awful, in my opinion, but making builds isn't as fun as it was in Payday 2, and I can't really put my finger on it, but I hope that they can sort that out. We need the ability to customize our crew AI. If you're gonna add an offline mode, we need that really, really bad. And if you're gonna add more heisters, then we want to put those in our crew as well. We don't just want the default 4. We need a pre-planning overhaul. Pre-planning in Payday 3 is pathetic. I'm sorry. Payday 2's pre-planning was everything that it needed to be, so please bring us back to that old system. Akimbo. That's self-explanatory. You could bring Akimbo back and make it way more fun than it was in Payday 2. And kind of related to that is Dodge. Dodge builds should be coming back. They teased at Dodge coming back in the newest blog post about the armor rework. Speaking of which, that armor rework looks amazing. I'm so happy about that. I won't go in depth on it here, but I'll link their blog post in the description if you want to read about it. It's fantastic, trust me. The safe house. I feel like I'm the only one who wants the safe house back, but hey, I loved it. It would give us more things to spend our money on, which is something Payday 3 needs pretty bad. In general, this game needs more free content as well. Payday 2 had amazing free content, and there was a lot of it. Shadow Raid, Boiling Point, Hoxton Breakout, First World Bank, Panic Room, Slaughterhouse, Heat Street, Alaskan Deal, Henry's Rock, Shacklethorne Auction, Hell's Island, No Mercy, White House. These are amazing heists, and they're free. If Payday 3 can match that heist quality, even in their paid DLC, then this game's gonna be doing just fine. There's one more thing they gotta add though. It's this guy. Everyone wants Jacket back. I have a friend that won't buy Payday 3 until Jacket is back. Not even with a huge sale going on right now. He's waiting until Jacket is confirmed, and then he's gonna buy the game. That sale is pretty good, by the way. If you don't own Payday 3 and you're interested, you can get the whole thing for $40, and I think that it's worth $40 right now. There's not much left to say, so that's the end of the video. See ya.